Season 2 of Chris's Survivor, Rorema, and I'm here to talk about episode 2 of season 3, Ivory Coast. Um, it's pretty much a very well going season at the moment. I'm really happy that the season is going so good. It's going so well. I enjoy it. I hope you guys also enjoy it. I really do. You guys hope enjoy it because it's actually really good. If you guys haven't watched the second episode or even the first episode, I recommend you go watch it right now. I don't have the links in the description, but it's just the same thing as it's called right now, Survivor Ivory Coast. Now, look, I do not have the second eliminated person in the podcast because he didn't really answer me. I did ask him like a week ago, and I wanted to do like a few days after. But first of all, he didn't really answer me, and second of all, I didn't have time to do the podcast earlier. Well, it doesn't really matter that it's earlier or not. Um, I do feel bad for those who did want to watch it and who think that like they want to see my opinion. It's very much a little bit different being alone because I don't really know how much I should talk, how fast I should go because sometimes I can talk really fast. But first things first, the Diamante tribe, they got out Bun Boy last episode, and they're doing very well right now. I'm really surprised on how Jakal is playing as of now because I'm just wondering like what's going on. Like he really doesn't want to get out really early, um, and everyone loved him because of his sarcasm, his kookiness, or like whatever you guys really love him for. Everyone has a different opinion on how contestants love. Well, the viewers love contestants. Like with me, not a lot of people like me because of what I did um, about Walker in a comment, but out of context. I'm going to also talk about each and every one of the cast at the moment. I'm going to go um, to. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Nifty's thing, I charts to see some of his comments, mostly on Dolphin himself, aka spoiler alert, the second member eliminated from Ivory Coast. So I'm going to check it for a second. Just give me a minute. I'll be right back. Also, another thing is if the stream goes offline for a second or not. Yeah, the stream went offline. Okay, so streams sometimes get offline because of some of my internet issues, which, yeah. Um, Let me find the Edgex chart. Should be right over here. Oof, lag. I'm going right there. So, first of all, we're going with the. Oh crap.
If there's one thing that isn't.
Nope, that's not what I want. I do not want Chris's voice in my stream. Okay, so first of all, we're going with Miller. I'm really proud on how he went to the third episode, which in the first season he got out first. It's really bad. I mean, not bad. It's just I feel bad for him that he just got out of nowhere because of the tribe not trusting him. And I'm glad that he's back for another season because he does deserve redemption. While with his gameplay, he did tone it down a bit from season one, which it's a good thing for him because people looked at him as a wild card, same as Vision, but he's not like Vision. I'm not saying that Vision is a bad player. I mean, yeah, he did some dumb moves, but that doesn't mean anything. Jakal, yet again, he showed everyone that he had the idol, which it could either turn out two things. That will target him, or everyone is going to be aligned with him and he somehow wins the game. Which, in my opinion, I would see that coming. Next up, Echo. Echo is one that voted me out. Doesn't really matter if he voted me out if not. He's the second person from Moraima season two, which I hope they do represent both Jakal and Echo. Jakal was on my tribe. Echo was on the Predator tribe. And yeah, he is a very much going to be one of my winner picks next to Jakal and two other people. Next up, it is Dizzy Punch Justin. Um, I don't really remember on what he did. The last, like the first season he was in. Well, he did make some comments, which I do remember some of them. That were pretty funny. I don't see him much of a game player at the moment. I don't see him much in the screen at the moment, so I don't really know what to think of him at the moment. I'm saying at the moment too much. I'm so sorry. I do this a lot. But yeah, Dizzy, he is an unknown for me. Well, he did get an over the top last episode by Nifty. Um, it is not so visible for me, but I guess it's just myself. Okay, so next up, I think it's the Song Tribe. Song Tribe. So we're going to Sooner. Now, Sooner, I don't personally know him, but he is leaving for his goddamn girlfriend. If he wins this, he definitely deserves it. That's all I'm saying, basically, for him, because what a legend. He plays a game show instead of going with his girlfriend. I mean, I'm not saying that, like, he's being a bad guy or so, but just saying, like, it's okay. I mean, I don't blame him for playing a game that is going to probably be very popular in the future and probably wants to come back for another season and be known as the guy who probably got dumped by his girlfriend because he wanted to play a game show. Again, not saying that it's anything bad about it. Just saying he is a legend. Now, Sandstone. He doesn't really have much of a screen time as anyone else. He got CP and MOR in the second episode and CP in the first episode, if you guys wanted to know. Sandstone, I actually know him from other game shows, aka Cal Season 4, and he didn't do much there neither, but still, if he would go far, then I hope we get to see more of him as of a player. I really do, because I want to see how people are or how people differently play, because everyone plays different. So that's what I'm saying. Next up, Nick. Woo, Nick. Now, I know him myself, and he is a nice person, but yet again, he is an under the radar player at the moment, and I don't know what kind of game he's playing. It's just not what I'm like looking for, and it's not that much of a expectation that he goes far. Well, if he goes far, then well, good for him. But then yet again, with the same thing with Sandstone, I hope he also gets more screen time and more of a gameplay. Well, I'm not saying that everyone should have a gameplay, because last season was ruined because we didn't have gameplay and we didn't have fun, but just we're constantly playing the game. That's why last season we were. I mean, I'm at least happy that we got your call to at least bring some fun into the game. Now, next up, it is Jaden. Jaden, she's my girl. Now, Jaden, I'm rooting for her as well, next to Echo and Jakal. If Jaden is out soon, then well, what a bummer, because I know she can play the game well and be really sneaky at times. If it doesn't happen like that, then it's alright, like anything else, everything is alright, but still, mildly disappointed, but not that disappointing. Next up, Infernox, aka what most people would call him by, the one guy who played in Billy Bob, I think, Billy Bob 10K, um, Survivor, Tagata Toyola, which he played very well there, but I'm saying that at the moment, I don't know if he's gonna get far. I mean, he has been saved for twice, but I already see that Jaden and Dim are going to be together as of a group, because They are mostly together. They're friends. They know each other. And what else? Yeah. Infernox, and he also has to like try to get the other two people, aka Sooner and Sandstone. So, next up, I don't remember the last tribe. I'm so embarrassed. Okay, just next up, it is Aquatic. Actually, no, Aquatic I'll talk about him later. Gamer. Gamer is the queen bee from the season. At least that's what he calls himself. If he becomes the actual queen bee, then queen. Yeah, right? No? Okay, I'll stop. But Gamer, I don't know if he's gonna get far. He rubs people the wrong way, and he was also aligned with. Actually, no, he wasn't aligned with anyone else. No, yes, he was. No, actually, he's not aligned with anyone. He's just a free agent. But do you think other people would like free agents in their game? I don't think so. While there can be people that want that, some people would rather not. So, next up, it's Dim. Again, with Dim, I know him. He got an over the top positive, I think, this thing. So it's probably because he said about something about Marlon Tyler. Like, praise Marlon Tyler, everyone. Just spam chat, even though we only have one viewer. It doesn't really matter. Next, okay, so Dim, I don't think he's gonna get far. Well, he might get far. I hope that he would change his kind of personality because we don't need. I mean, he is called Memer, so that is a questionable thing to say of being called a Memer, but I guess it's all right, you know. Next up, Shadow Master or Derpy, whatever you want to call him. He might be the oldest next to Sandstone and Infernox. Um, in the game at least, and I'm rooting for him as well. So that's my fourth root of the season. Actually, no, there's another one. Sorry. Derpy, I really enjoy how he is as a person. He's pretty nice. He can also be a little bit kooky. He plays the game just to play the game, and if he is in trouble, he will play hard. And that's what I like about him. He plays when he needs to. He's like right now under the radar, and he got an MOR on both ratings in both episodes. So last up, the last one I'm rooting for, and yes, it is a girl. It doesn't mean that I want to. Um, it doesn't mean I am like trying to crave for sex with anyone else. No, it doesn't mean that because some people have that kind of mind. So next up is Ada. As a player conception with her, I think she can go pretty far. Um, she has the alliance with Derpy and jeez, all of these, some of these are kind of out of the range. Okay, well, Ada had an alliance which made her safe, and yeah. She also is at the moment in the winner's pick from Endman. Let's read what it says. Her and Derpy are like fourth and fifth, with Derpy being the honorary fifth winner. Contender that won't be listed, they both took control out of the situation and now have control on their tribe. Number wise, if they continue to do well and exude control together, then I think everyone can expect to see them both rising up as winner contestants, uh, contenders list together. I put Ada here instead of Derpy just because Ada got a CPU rating and Derpy got an MOR, but that could easily flip flop depending on how the future episodes will go for both of them. So now, next up, it is the eliminated person of the episode. It is Aquatic. I don't know what the hell he was thinking with the tribal council. Like, stick with the plan. What are you, Keith? Yeah, you know what, everyone? Let's stick to the plan. um, I don't know. I was happy he got in. I thought he would have gone a little bit further, but that didn't happen because he did something that other people could also make, but it's just a rookie mistake. Do not say something like that, and do not look at people who are you are trying to target, and they know that you're trying to target, and you know that they know you are trying to target them. That stick with the plan. They know that they are gonna go home, so that's why you got out. Well, saying betrayal to other people might be a little bit harsh. I do get why he did say that because he did have a little bit of an allegiance with Ada and Gamer to get Derpy out. I think it's Derpy. I don't remember. It was a week ago that I saw the episode. But yeah, Aquatic, if he comes back, I hope he has a different kind of game. But let's see Nifty's both episodes. So episode one. Okay, similarly to Ada on the Radar 1, due to having an introduction and us being able to have a short introduction to him and hear his voice. Other than that, he really didn't contribute anything to the episode or overreacting or overarching the narrative. So some rating, so same rating as Ada for this season, for this episode, for that reason. Okay, sorry, I might not be the best reader. So in episode two, the one he got out, he got an over the top negative. So let's see. Internally had him as CP, but CP negative. But at that tribal council pushed him over to the boundary and got him to the over the top. From an ethics standpoint, I wish that the tribal council was a bit council bit where he became over the top didn't happen because he was CP until that point. But from a viewer standpoint, I was definitely entertained to watch that whole thing go down and play out. Also, as Ben so kindly stated in his episode review, normally there would have been someone to stand up for him. Cuff, cuff, nifty. So yeah, he basically pulled a me. Pulled a nifty, not a me, not Jervy. Over the top due to the whole tribal council bit. Negative tone due to all of Gamer, Ada, and Derpy speaking poorly of him and saying that he wasn't trustworthy. Plus the tribal council bit not working in his favor at all. His visibility of 5 as he did dominate a lot of screen time in this episode and was very hugely relevant plot point of the episode. Another thing is a whole description about him. So let's see. Overall, promotion ethic rating over the top negative. I mean, yeah, not too surprising here considering that his boot episode, that was his boot episode, um, was the biggest episode out of the two, and um, the one I'm sure he'll most remember of for coming out of this season. Lol. Too bad he went over the top towards the end. He wasn't able to handle a social gameplay well enough. Otherwise, he would have made a very nice CP negative villain for the pre-merge and possibly a post-merge if he made it that far. Now, that was Aquatic. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is Bun Boy. I didn't get to read it because he wasn't there at the moment, and we did the thing too soon. So his episode, we're talking about Bun Boy again. If you guys didn't know, I'm gonna see if there's any comments. All right, there's no comments. If you guys want to send a comment or a question that you think I could answer, then just please do. Okay, so episode one, Bun Boy, over the top as he has just back to his more one-dimensional antics, and where apparent that season one, being a goofy guy with the title Chicken Confessional, and then his self um, deprecation, preventing him from motivating himself to campaign to stay. Unfortunately, there wasn't anyone quitting this time to cancel Tribal Council and give him a second shot to go further. Mixing tone as he was goofy and entertaining, and Echo spoke positively to him, but everyone else considered him a liability, including himself, and he was a large factor as of why the tribe lost immunity that round. Visibility of 5 for a high visibility and relevance of a storyline of the episode. His total thing, Okay. Overall Promethean Epic rating over the top M. I think that's like medium. I quote something I said in my cast ranking of season one Edgic on inside of Bun Boy's character arc. I don't know if I'd want him back for a second season, but because I fear it would screw up the really good and dynamic storyline he had this season, having him return in the series was um, being a reality now. This quote ended up being somewhat true. His old tendencies from season one, both good, a wacky Zinnies, and the bad of self deprivation and lack of motivation to campaign for himself, this caused him to end on a lower note than he did last time. I don't feel like Bun Boy truly gained anything from the season. Um, Whereas last season, I could see some sort of growth arc in him. It saddens me, to be honest, that he went from fun and entertaining character to just the over the top scrap of what he was like last time. However, I do believe that this episode showed us what really should have happened in season 1, episode 3, if Mason hadn't quit and Poppy didn't go to tribal council at night. Unfortunately, Bun Boy overall arc ends on a low note, but I know that will last still enjoy the stuff he brought forth for the very first season of the series. So he did get a positive, and he probably did deserve a positive because he didn't really do much. But yeah, next up, the challenge. So the bow, or like shooting challenge, which happened in um, the first reward challenge, which you could have chosen either shovels or you could have chosen idle clue, which the Diamante tribe wins the reward and chose for the shovels. The second place was the I think it was Fong tribe, which got the idle clue. Now, a interesting thing about that challenge is it was supposed to be in season 2, but was scrapped because of Alex leaving the season. Which, yeah, Alex did leave, and we could have had that challenge. But I was always wondering. I was looking around in spectator mode, like what could that have been? Would it have been like a normal shooting challenge, or would everyone have three? Is it one by one? And now that that was done, we know what it is. So, I'm now going to actually read off All Ranks' overall analysis of the episode because All Ranks is doing a pretty great job. I haven't read these yet, so let's see. Disclaimer. There is no personal vendetta on these analyses, but rather my opinion on each person and the tribe within the season. Oh wait, no, this is episode 1. Oh no, that's not good. I'm gonna go to episode 2. Woo! I would have almost screwed that up and talk about Bun Boy and how annoying he was. I don't think he has one here, so stop that music. Don't like it. Okay. No, I don't think it's here. Well, yeah. Now next up, because I think I'm going to take this as a 30-minute show. I'm going to talk about some things in season 2 that didn't show on camera or wasn't recorded at all. Um, I've said this to other people as well on like how some parts didn't get in, which is inevitable that not everything is gonna get in because that would be boring and it would be non-story arc. That's why the series is so well made. It's just good in general. Now, I do have to say that the first thing that I need to say is after episode 1, my tribal council where Thomas got out, rip Thomas, love you Thomas, praise Thomas. After that, I was trying to go to Jerry, which I did, and I talked to him about some things that I didn't want to get out. I didn't want to be in the bottom, and I talked to him about like, dude, like, please, we can make an alliance, we can make an agreement, we can do this, we can do that. But at the end, he said yes, yes, of course, sure, whatever. Um, well, you know how it happened, but it wasn't. Yeah, you know what happened. I also went to Orange, but he was lying towards me, and I saw it immediately. He was just two-faced. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, don't worry about it. Let's just win the challenges," which eventually we did. And also with Jakal, I talked to him as well, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, we're gonna like win the challenges." And he tried to throw it. Well, it was very it was so I knew he was throwing the challenges because I saw it. But like there were other people like Vision and uh, I think Chris. Chris definitely saw it. I think only Vision didn't see that he was throwing, but I saw he was throwing. I'm like, oh, I see what kind of person you are, you know. So I'm there. I'm just doing the challenge. I look over at Jakal. He is trying to throw it out. And he's not trying to get me under the bus. It was basically just vision, which that's why he tried to throw the challenge. But I was so paranoid that I just thought he was trying to throw the challenges to me. So I tried my hardest. Even though if I had the smallest parts, I would try my hardest just to win the challenge, just to not go to tribal council because if I didn't have that necklace, honestly, I would have probably got out. If I would have got out, then, well, wouldn't be that much fun for me, ain't it? Haha. Yeah, there were other scenes which it was me talking with Jerry and Vision. We're like, yo, yeah, we should work together to get the other people out, the Piedra tribe out, and keep the Arcelia tribe strong. And everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So Jerry leaves, Ben comes in, and here comes Vision's mouth. Hey, how about we get Jerry out? And here I am. What the fuck? Well, I didn't say that. I was really like, no, no, like, how about we don't? Like, Echo, he's a big threat, which he was, let's be honest. If you guys have seen season two, he was a big threat. He was very sociable. And they ended up voting me out because they thought Vision had an idol. And I should have also another thing that I should have done to not like prevent that is I should have told them, you know what, guys, how about we get Vision out and get me to merge, which I didn't because I don't know, I was really quiet. I was trying to like be in the game, but I was just too quiet and I just couldn't go ahead. So, another thing, I'm going as history of books that I am the first person who has stayed in the whole jury, um, like being the first one out, being the mayor of Ponderosa, and stayed the whole time. Which honestly, I didn't mind. It was pretty fun. I just couldn't go to other chats. And I also told the other people, hey, about how about you stay so like we can actually like have actual jury, because last season, aka season one, wasn't that there weren't that many jury members, and the only person that didn't come by was Echo himself. And yeah, that's another thing we didn't know about. Actually, we didn't know about the votes. First, it was a tie, and we would have known the winner the next day if Echo would have voted, but because of some people, I'm not gonna call any names. They just spoiled to some people from season one, and were really cocky, really arrogant to say, haha, our season is gonna be way better than yours, this and that, and no one is gonna ever just be as good as us. Which honestly, I didn't say that personally myself. Did I think it at first? Yes. But I'm like, don't say something like the next few seasons are gonna be shit. Which, I'll be completely honest, I don't think next season, aka Ivory Coast, I'm actually enjoying the fuck out of it. And next season, season four, season five, season six, however long it is, I think they're gonna be way better than season two, and I hope that the series stays in a long pace of time. Now, with that, no further ado, I am Jervy from season two, cast, Roraima, and I am going to stop this podcast. I'll see you guys in the next podcast, which could either be A, um, Kyle's Survivor Season 4 Atakames, the 10th, uh, the 8th person out, and or either or B, it could be Christmas Survivor Season 3, which we do not know who is going to be out. And I hope for whoever is watching this, if you are out next, I hope you join the podcast. Now, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.